to the Licensing Board on Thursday the 7th of January 2021. The meeting will be recorded and is a remote meeting of the Licensing Board. In attendance is myself as convener. I'll now ask the clerk to do a roll call so we have a minute for the meeting, as it will be published later on the website. Thank you, Mr. Munro.
Thank you. So obviously convener.
Here.
Councillor Dunbar.
Here.
Thank you. Councillor Seiler.
Here.
Thank you. Councillor Gregg.
Here.
Thank you. Councillor Mackenzie.
Here.
Thank you. Councillor Townsend.
Here.
Thank you. Councillor Cameron.
Here.
Thank you. And Councillor McClellan.
Here.
Thank you. I don't think Councillor Grant's with us.
No.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. The purpose of the meeting is a hearing for the Victoria Bar following a premises licence review proposal submitted by Police Scotland. We have had a request from the licence holder's agent to continue the hearing, as due to the lockdown restrictions he's been unable to obtain proper instructions from his clients. I have received confirmation from Inspector Campbell at Police Scotland, although obviously Sergeant Flett will possibly be able to confirm that the police have no objection to that course of action, and from our legal point of view, given that all premises are closed just now anyway, we don't see there being any issue with that. So what I would maybe suggest, if the board are minded to agree to that request, is to continue today's hearing to the next meeting of the board, which is on the 2nd of February, rather than look to set up another meeting. The review hearing has to be begun within 42 days of the review proposal, which is why we went forward with this meeting, rather than just asking you for your if you were happy to do that, because by formally having this meeting, then we've met that time scale, and we can continue it at the next board meeting.
Okay. Members, obviously, I think to make sure that proper justice is done to any hearing that we hold, I think it's important that we give the applicant the appropriate time to get legal advice. So it would be my recommendation that we do continue it to the February meeting, and hopefully by then, although given the lockdown, there may be a further requirement, but I think at the moment, if we do continue it through to the February board meeting and take a view at that point. And I just, again, I'll get Mr. Munro just to get an agreement from everybody verbally so that we've got recorded message. Mr. Munro, if you just want to go through the formal process of making sure that there's full agreement. Thank you.
No problem. So obviously the motion is to continue the hearing to the next scheduled board meeting on the 2nd of February. So if you can just let me know whether you agree or disagree with that, convener.
I agree.
Thank you. Councillor Dunbar.
Agreed.
Thank you. Councillor Seiler.
Agree.
Thank you. Councillor Gregg.
Agree.
Thank you. Councillor Mackenzie.
Agreed.
Thank you. Councillor Townsend.
Agreed.
Thank you. Councillor Cameron.
Agreed, but I'm not like to say but. By the time we get to the next board meeting, with the current restrictions in place, assuming nothing else happens, the restrictions would be on the point of being lifted. In fact, they would have been lifted the day before. So I suppose I'm agreeing, but not for a further continuance, unless, because the reason we're being asked to do this is because the agent says he hasn't had time to take instructions. There's now, there's now 3.5 weeks between now and the beginning of February. So I wouldn't want the agent to be coming back on the 2nd of February and saying the same thing.
Well, he's not here because and I can call him in if necessary. But what he did say to me was that he had arranged a meeting with his clients, and then he wasn't allowed to travel, so that get cancelled at the last minute. So he's preparing to take instructions virtually now, so he thinks that the 2nd of February will give him enough time to do so. So I think that shouldn't be an issue. It's just obviously with the way circumstances changed, it affected his plans to obviously get the proper instructions for this meeting.
Thank you for that, Sandy. Agreed.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Councillor
Councillor
Cleland.
Agreed.
Thank you. So yes, so that is unanimous. So we will continue the hearing to the and add it to the agenda for the board meeting on the 2nd of February. And obviously I'll let the applicant, the licence holders agent know that that's the case.
Okay, thanks very much, Mr. Munro, and thank you, Sergeant Flett, for turning up. Yeah, I mean, David, you make a good point, but obviously, I think we were just caveating it just in case there's something else with COVID. It's such a fast-moving situation. None of us really know from one day to the next, and that's no criticism of anybody. I think it's just the reality of a virus that's unfortunately plaguing the world, not just Aberdeen. So I appreciate you all turning up today, and hopefully we'll be able to get back to a level of normality, at least of the board, on the second.
Yeah, I think that's it. Arlene, can you stop recording now? There's just one other thing. I'll just let the board know. It's not to do with this. It's something